Hello, 103ers. Welcome to week 2. I hope that you had a very nice week so far. First week back from spring break. I want to kick off our week with our random fact of the week. And our fact of the week happens to be about otters. I thought it was cute when I saw this. So this is our fact of the week. Did you know sea otters hold hands when they sleep so they don't drift away from each other? Aww, that's cute. Talk about friendship or love. Oh, I see. Let's zoom in here. Oh, look, they're holding hands as they sleep. Aww. And that, my dear 103ers, is our fact of the week. Oh, I want to do something. Float on top. Very good. So let's start off by taking a look at what we have on the docket for this week. So we start our very first thematic unit, which is textual analysis, this being an important part of our subject. And as you can see, I'll be presenting the very first paper. And one thing that I always do with major papers, in our class we'll have 2, I know it's a short class, but I like to always, for each major paper, like to follow the writing process. So we of course start off with some sort of brainstorm or outline, then we continue with a workshop, which is where you will write a rough draft, of course having the outline and brainstorm as your base to help you write your rough draft. And then lastly, we turn in the final draft. As you can see, next week we will be having the workshop for that. I will give the details for that, as how that is going to work, give more details in next week's video. But just bear in mind, we're following this process. And for this week, we have our brainstorm. So I want to just really quickly show you what we have for this week, week 2. The very first one, which is the cornerstone for this week's lesson, is the textual analysis lecture. Here you will see the video of the lesson as well as the accompanying handouts and documents. And there is a skeletal outline that goes along with this lesson. This is the handout here. And this one will be due on Sunday. Like I said, most things for our class will be due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. So there's that one. And here is the prompt for our new paper. And here in this video, I explain it with greater detail. Of course, if you have any questions, please reach out to me and I'll be glad to help. And also remember, guys, we do have an embedded tutor, Robert. You can reach out to Robert with any questions. He's helping my in-person class currently, so you can reach out to him too. And so here, what I wanted to say is, for each of the papers, I always like also providing student sample essays, which are anonymous students who have submitted this very same assignment and did a good job. So you can see what a potential version of this assignment looks like. So here they are. And just face the fan a little bit more towards me. It's a little hot today. There we go. Okay. So I do really quickly just want to show you this one. Our brainstorm. This one, of course, I wanted to point something out. You will notice that in the syllabus, it's a brainstorm, I said Sunday the 7th, but I do realize that in this week's module, we do have quite a bit of assignments that are coinciding. So to make your life a little easier, I'm giving you an extra day. So set it due for Monday, for next Monday. But my recommendation to you is, of course, never leave things to the last minute. It just adds more stress. But I do want to offer you that extra day just because assignments are coinciding. Now, let's take a look at this one. So you should have already seen the video where I explain this new paper. If not, then go back and watch it. So here in the brainstorm, you will identify what your cultural artifact is. So whether it's a movie or an episode of something or a book or a picture book, whatever the case may be, you will identify as such here. And just like you did with the textual analysis lecture, where you could tell I'm a big fan of T-charts, you will do something just the same thing. So on this side is denotation. So what I recommend, my dear students, let's pretend maybe you're doing it on a movie, let's say. So as you watch the movie, take out a sheet of paper and a pen and take notes of things that stand out to you, whether that is golden quotes, which are quotes that stand out, or maybe just something that you see that keeps repeating over and over and really stands out to you. Or maybe you're interested in a particular character, because if you'll recall, in fiction, characters are more than characters. They represent ideas, values, ideologies. So maybe you're interested in a particular character. You tell me. You just write down the things that stand out to you. You can paraphrase what's happening, what's standing out to you, whether that's a quote or maybe some sort of symbolism that you're seeing. Maybe you see the same color that appears over and over. Let's say you are doing film. So how are the visuals working with the actual maybe takeaway message or content? So I took a cinema class, and we learned that, of course, directors use lighting and shadows intentionally as part of their palette. But additionally, I learned that they use lines too, something that blew my mind in my cinema class. I learned that when you see a horizontal line, things are calm, things are the way they should be. But when you see a diagonal line, then things are uneasy and anxious. Alfred Hitchcock did that a lot in his film. So whatever the case may be, whatever you're noticing, denotation and then the connotation, right? So just like you learned from the lesson, what does that indirectly suggest? What can that symbolize? Maybe it's a symbol for a value or some abstract concept. You tell me. So to get full credit in this brainstorm, you need to first obviously identify what your cultural artifact is. Have this chart. I've made it so you can just be typing in them and just hit enter and just continue. And you need to have a working thesis in order to get full credit. Of course, if you run out of space, you can always move this to the bottom, but you will have space. So please have those too. And just like I said in the video, where I remind you what the larger project is, you're answering this. What is the larger message of your artifact, of your book, of your music video, of your episode, whatever you chose? How does it reflect that? Of course, make it clear that it reflects it. So introduce the artifact. How does it connect to real life, if at all? And why is this message important? I want to show you this sample, which actually, it's the same sample that you're going to see in the discussion board that we have for this. It's a little hot. It's going to be a hot summer, isn't it, guys? Sorry. So this is the same thesis, sample thesis that I give, that you're going to see in the discussion board. And yeah, so that is that guide. But that is our brainstorm. And just type it in and submit it. And the deadline, I set it here on Canvas. You have till next Monday the 8th. But I would try to get it in ASAP. I really wouldn't procrastinate. Okay. This is what I was talking about. To further apply that textual analysis those textual analysis moves that we learned in the lesson, you will check out this cartoon. Here are the instructions. Similarly to creating your own thesis with your brainstorm, here is the guide for that. That's what you're doing with this one. You're creating your own working thesis for this cartoon. Hey, and absolutely, if you're absolutely stuck for a topic to choose from, like you don't know what cultural artifact you want to choose, then you can do it on this cartoon if you want. Or something that's easy too is just go to the library and take out a picture book, something you like. Do it on a picture book. That's always a lot of fun. Maybe you'll see your favorite one. Who knows? Okay. that is that, my dear 103ers. With that, wish you a lovely week. See ya.